Girls Can Read. Hey guys, it's Katie. Welcome to another video, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you my May book haul, all of the books that I have acquired in the month of May, whether that being like review books, books that I purchased, books I got from charity shops and that sort of thing. So this month it was going to actually be quite a good month, but near the end of the month I sort of went to this cafe where you can sort of like leave books and take books with a sort of suggested donation, and so I saw loads of books there that I really wanted to get, and so I left some money behind, which is good. I felt good. I was giving money to charity and to this cafe which has disabled people working there, so I thought it'd be really good to sort of help with their funding, and I think it's a brilliant sort of cause. So first of all, I'm going to start with a book that I got from a charity shop near the beginning of the month, and that is Black Beauty, and this is by Anna Sibel. I've always really wanted to read Black Beauty. This is like one of the children's classics that I just never read, and I love animals, and Black Beauty is based on this horse, and I really want to give this book a read, and it's just literally about their adventures, and yeah, and it's a very short book, and I just think, yeah, I think I'm going to really enjoy it, and definitely one of those classics that I do want to read. I've got a couple of packages that have come in the mail. This first one right here is from Scholastic, so I'm going to open it to you, and they gave me a copy of Alice in Wonderland, Simon James Green's new latest book. I have met this author, met them at a blogger brunch. This is their latest book, and this is about socially awkward Alex, who is used to disappointment, and this summer is going to be his sorriest yet. He lands a job at Wonderland, which is a rundown amusement arcade. He starts to make new friends, and his bad luck is then about to change. Nothing is quite what it seems in Wonderland, and in love and life sometimes you have to make your own luck. So I've read No, I Can't Even by this author, which is a LGBT plus novel, and it's brilliant. It's really good about this boy who falls in love with another boy, and yeah, I think it's a very laugh out loud funny book, so I totally recommend that book. And so I'm really looking forward to this, and I think this is going to be another gay book, and yeah, I'm looking forward to reading this one. This book comes out on the 6th of June, and Becky Battaglia said that it's hilarious and romantic, and I'm very excited to give this a read. So yeah, I'm very excited to read Simon James Green's latest book, and a massive thank you to Scholastic for sending it to me, and I look forward to giving it a read. Considering that I love No, I Can't Even, I'm very excited for his new and latest book. They also gave me some sweets, which I surprisingly haven't eaten yet. And these are flamingos. They're just a bit like gummed up together at the moment, but I think that's just where it's just come in the mail, but yeah. Oh wow. But I think that's because of the Wonderland. Awesome. My next package is a Harry Potter mystery package, which I bought from my good friend Charlie. It's £12, including postage, and in here is just a mixture of all sorts of Harry Potter goodies. I haven't really properly looked at this yet. I'm just going to pull items out. This is the first one I pulled out. Happiness can be found in the darkest of times if one remembers to turn on the light. This is my favourite quote, guys, and it's so beautiful. Look, I got a tattoo of that quote on my arm, and yeah, we are one. So that is perfect. I definitely need to pin that up around my Harry Potter bits. Next item I'm putting out. Wow, what's this? From the films of Harry Potter, Honeydukes, a scratch and sniff adventure. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Scratch and sniff. Oh my goodness. What do I... Oh my god. What do I really want to scratch from it? What's this one? Oh, literally, you can scratch and sniff. There's one here that says vomit, and you can scratch and sniff it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Fairy wizards and witches cards inside. Collect them all. Scratch and save. Oh my god, you can scratch the frog. Oh, it smells like chocolate. That's so cool. This is amazing. Wow. I look forward to like reading and reviewing this. I'm very excited. That is so cool. What else? There's so many little things at the bottom of here. What are these? These stickers. I think these are stickers. They are. Okay, cool. So I've got Deathly Hallows one right here. That's really awesome. I've got a Hogwarts one. What else? Oh, goodness. Got another one here. Fox the Phoenix. Like one of my favourite characters from the books. What else? Oh my god, that's just stickers. Oh, baby Hermione. That is so cute. Do you know what? I'm actually tempted to just use these as the mugs. There's so many. Oh my goodness. Always the stag. Always. That is so awesome. Rather it's a doe more than the stag. Oh, I've got Gryffindor. 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 Oh, we got a black and white Harry Potter right here of the crests. There. What else? What else? Oh yeah, I was waiting for a Hufflepuff, and there's a Hufflepuff. And then what have we got here? The Bank of Gringotts. That is pretty awesome too. And what else? I think this is the final sticker. Ah, it's a Felix Felicis Liquid Luck. Cool, so I've got some really awesome stickers there. What's this? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm loving the bag. I can't throw that bag out. That bag is too nice. Oh my goodness. Oh, that is so pretty. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's a letter. And it says, to the cupboard under the stairs, and the next charm. And then there's an owl. That is so pretty. I don't know if you guys can see that charm, but that is so gorgeous. It's a bookmark charm. Wow. That is definitely going to be used. And then, what have we got here? I've got a couple of pins. Oh, wow. I got a little... Oh, we've got a little Dobby. Got Dobby. So here's a Dobby pin. I love pins. Literally my hoodie's got pins on it. And this looks like Luna, I'm assuming. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. And the final item, oh my goodness. This is so awesome. Look at this. This says, I love books more than Dobby loves socks. That is so cool. Oh my god. This is so awesome. There's so many fantastic things. I'm so glad that I got this. It makes me happy. Like, so happy. Stupidly happy. Oh, it's so cool, guys. Look at that. Oh my god. I'm so happy. I'm literally like a child at Christmas. That's amazing. And that was, I mean, the postage was £3. So really all of this for £9. I'm very, very, very happy with. Like, thank you so much to Charlie. If you're watching, Charlie, thank you so much. Like, I'm so happy. And yeah, these are stickers. But you know what, I'm thinking of just using these as bookmarks because these are just so awesome. I mean, like, look, I can just use little Hermione as a little bookmark. That is so cool. Or, you know, so just, yeah. They work just as bookmarks as well. And I'm a big fan of bookmarks, but badges, bookmarks, stickers, and my favourite quote, It's Like It Was Meant to Be, and the Honeydukes book, just... that was an awesome unboxing. Thank you, Charlie, again. Thank you so much. I'm so super happy, and you're an awesome friend. Thank you so much. Now I'm going to move on to some books that I got from this charity store. There's quite a lot, so I'm just going to go through them quite quickly. So I've got a few autobiographies actually, so I'll just try and split these into sections of autobiographies, like non-fiction books, and chick lit and that sort of thing. So the first one I'm going to share with you is Scarlett Moffat's book, which is Scarlett Says. So this is based on Scarlett Moffat, who is the big sensation on Gogglebox. She also went into I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, which I watched and I loved her so much. She's awesome. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to reading her book. And this is just going on about her life, the universe and everything, and it's not just a celebrity autobiography. And literally just goes into more detail and stuff. So I'm really happy that I've managed to get my hands on this from that charity cafe. That's awesome. I also got Alan Carr's one, which this is, look who it is, Alan Carr, my story. Look at this is so cool. It's like his face. So like underneath is him. And then that's really cool, like really cool seaside effect. So I loved watching the Friday Night Project when it was on, and I just love Alan Carr so much. He makes me laugh, and so I would love to just read his story. And yeah, I adore him so much, so glad that I've got his book as well. Next one, I've got Taming the Tiger by Tony Anthony and Angela Little. Never heard of this before, but this is a true story of a Kung Fu world champion. I just thought I need to read it. So Tony Anthony is a 3-time world Kung Fu champion, and this is a fast-paced, compelling, chilling account of Tony's deeply moving true story. More extraordinary than fantasy, remarkable than fiction. And it goes into China's martial arts and bodyguard lifestyle. So yeah, I think it's kind of like based like on the true story of it, but yeah, so this pretty much an autobiography. And then the final one that I've got from this cafe is James Corden's one, which is May I Have Your Attention Please. I love James Corden. I just love watching his show. It's so awesome. The carpool karaoke is just one of my favourite things like ever, and I just love to read up about him as well, and just how he became who he was and the story of his life and that sort of thing. So yeah, really excited. It looks like this probably, it doesn't even feel like it's been read, so don't really understand that because the spine is just so perfect for this paperback. So I'm really impressed with that. I tried to split these into piles. I'm going to start with these ones that, I mean, I'm assuming this is like a young adult, possibly children's novel, just because of the style of the cover, but you know, correct me if I'm wrong, it could be an adult for all I know. But this is called Brother Band, The Outcast by John Flanagan. So, not heard of this before. I found this on the side and I thought it sounded interesting. It's about warriors. They are boys chosen for teams, brother bands, and they must endure months of battles in the treacherous sea. So one of them finds himself an unwilling leader of a band of outcasts, and boys don't really want him to be one. They are small and wiry, but they lack in size. They make up with skill and courage, and they must battle against the other bands in the ultimate race where there can only be one winner. So I thought it sounds different, kind of like Viking-esque. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what this one's like. And this other one is The Anti-Prom by Abby McDonald. Now this is definite YA book. This is published by Walker, and it's about a popular girl called Bliss who's ready to have a perfect prom. She catches her boyfriend making out with her best friend in the back of a limo, so she really wants to get even. So there are 3 unlikely Allies and 1 forgettable nice. They team up with 2 Allies, a bad girl called Jolene and Meg, who is quite shy, and it just sounds like it's going to be an interesting night of revenge, and it's all pink, and it's like, yeah, I feel like it's going to be really like girl power, so that's another reason why I picked this one up too. Onto some like generic books. I got The Other Boiling Girl by Philippa Gregory. Yes, this is a movie, never seen it, but I'm really into historic fiction at the moment, so I think this is like one of the perfect times to read it. It's quite a chunk of a book actually. So this is about Mary Boleyn catches the eye of Henry VIII when she's just a girl of 14. So I'm really interested just about like Anne, who becomes irresistible to Henry. Mary must be the other Boleyn girl, and beyond the core. Oh my god, it just yeah, I'm very excited just because of how history was, and you know, like Henry VIII, and I learned all about that in school and everything, and yeah, just really interested. Next of all, I got The Kite Runner by Khaled Hosseini. Big book, as in like popular book, and over 2 million copies of this have been sold, so it's very famous, this book. I do own 1,000 Splendid Suns. So this is based in 1970s Afghanistan. It's about a 12-year-old boy who's desperate to win the local kite fighting tournament, and his loyal friend Hassan promises to help him. But neither of the boys can foresee what will happen that afternoon, which is going to shatter their lives, because the Russians invade. The family is then forced to flee to America, and they realise that one day they've got to return to an Afghanistan that's under Taliban rule to find out the one thing that their new world cannot grant him, which is redemption. So it sounds like a really pure and powerful story, and just reading that synopsis I'm just like, oh, I want to read it. So not sure when, but I'm definitely really intrigued. Couple of thrillers now. I picked up Copycat by Alex Lake. Imitation is the most terrifying form of flattery. So, which Sarah is you? When an old friend gets in touch, Sarah discovers that there are 2 Facebook profiles in her name. One is hers, but the other she's never seen. But everything in it is very accurate. There are photos of her friends, her husband and her kids, and the day before, photos of her new kitchen taken inside her house. But this is just the beginning, because whoever set up the second profile has been waiting for Sarah to find it, and now that she's found it, her life will not be her own now. So it definitely sounds like a really interesting thriller, and I've seen it going around, so I'm intrigued to see what this one's like. And then I got a Ruth Ware book, The Lying Game. It isn't a game when somebody dies. I love the cover to this book, guys. It's so beautiful, even though it's kind of like a lake with the algae and all that, but yeah, I just love the cover to the book. So this is about a text message which arrives, which says, I need you. So then they drop everything, they take the daughter, head straight to Sultan. They spend the most significant days of their life at a boarding school on the marshes there, days which then cast a shadow over them. So then her best friends played this game called The Lying Game, which is competing to convince people of outrageous stories. So after 17 years of hiding the truth, something terrible has been found on the beach, and the friends' darkest secrets is about to come to light. I love a good thriller, especially when it's done really well. So I'm looking forward to that one, and I've heard really good things about Ruth Ware. So now I've got some chick lit books. This first one is Doubting Abbey by Samantha Tong. Apparently is a #1 best-selling author, but I actually haven't heard of this author before. But I love the cover. And the reason I was just like, Downton Abbey, but it's like Doubting Abbey. Yeah. So, swapping downstairs for upstairs, how bad can it be? So, ordinary girl, Gemma. So the only extraordinary thing about them is that they look exactly like their friend Abby. And that, for reasons that they can't explain, they have agreed to swap identities and pretend to be her star in a TV show about her family's country estate $1,000,000 mansion. So now it's not just the talent they're faking, it's Kate Middleton-style Jamora headlines and ladylike manners too, and amongst the hundreds of fusty etiquette rules they're trying to cram into their head, there are two that they must remember. No one can ever find out who they really are, and no flirting with Abby's dishy but buttoned up cousin Lord Edward. I love a good juicy chicklet, and it just sounds awesome. This next one is Don't You Forget About Me by Alexandra Potter. I've got another book by this author, Me and Mr. Darcy, which is high up on my TBR. So, yes. So this is about a bad breakup that's just happened. So they want their ex-boyfriend to stay single, or emigrate to an island, or just wish that they never met them in the first place, because that's just pretty much what bad breakups make us want to feel. So what happens if one of those wishes comes true? Tess is heartbroken when Seb breaks up with her, and she is forever blaming herself, which is pretty much what we all do with a breakup. If only she'd done things differently and can make all of her rights, all of her regrets, but she can't because it's over. She's just got to forget about him, so she's drunk and upset on New Year's Eve and she wishes that she'd never met him. But then she wakes up to discover this dream has come true, and she realises that she has a chance to do all over again, and this time to get it right. So how is this gonna happen? Literally, this is like the sort of wish that we do wish to happen after a breakup. So I think this is just going to be one of those interesting stories, and yeah. So I'm interested to see how that one goes. And then the last one that I have here to share with you is Anybody Out There by Marianne Keyes. This is a beastly hardback book, so I can't believe I got this. There's a hair on this book. There's reviews to get out. And yeah, so it is huge, but you know, considering the RRP for this is $16.99, I got it for a donation price. So this is about Anna, who is officially a wreck. She's physically broken, emotionally shattered, and she lies on her parents' Dublin sofa with one thing that's on her mind: getting back to New York. Because New York means best friends and the best job in the world, and her husband Aidan. But nothing in Anna's life is simple anymore. So not only is her return to Manhattan complicated, but her physical and emotional scars, Aidan seems to have vanished. Is it time for Anna to move on? And is it possible to move on? So, a motley group of misfits, an earth-shattering revelation, 2 births, and 1 weird wedding might just help Anna to find some answers and change her life forever. So, it says here that it is hilarious, heartbreaking, life-affirming, and it's an epic act which is entertaining. Why is this upside down? I've just realised that this book has been put the wrong way round. So let's start properly by actually putting the book in the right side of the flap. I didn't do that, I promise you I didn't do that. That's obviously the previous owner. So it's got a lot of dirty marks on it, but it's second hand, so what do you expect? Font is quite a nice decent size actually, but guys, it's over 500 pages, which is one of those big beastie books that's perfect for a readathon for that challenge of 500 plus pages, but it sounds like it's going to be a fun read. So those are the books that I got from that charity cafe. Now I'm going to move on to some books that I purchased in Waterstones. I only got 2, so I was really good. I got these as a reward because I've been working a lot lately, and I kind of was like, oh, you know what, my energy's up, I'm feeling really positive, so I'm going to reward myself. And I was just going to get one of these, but then I just couldn't. So I picked up Aurora Rising by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. It's so beautiful, this cover, and this is one of those books that everyone's reading at the moment. And look, multicoloured here. Oh, it's just gorgeous, and I'm super excited to give this a read. It's, oh look, even underneath, just, I love that, look at that, it's like a disco purple. But the really cool thing about this book is inside it, every now and then you get a page that is very sci-fi-esque like this, and it's throughout the book, which you can see all these little black edges like there. So So yeah, very excited. And just Amy Kaufman have teamed up together with another sci-fi book. They did the Illuminae Files trilogy, which I've only read the first book too. So I've heard really good things about this book, but I don't know whether it's going to be like Illuminae. I'm hoping it's going to be different because me and Illuminae just don't get on that well. So I'm hoping it's going to be a lot better. So this story is based in 2380, and the graduating cadets of Aurora Academy are being assigned to their first missions. So Tyler Jones is ready to recruit the squad of his dreams, but his own heroism sees him struck with the dregs that nobody else in the academy would touch. A cocky diplomat with a black belt and sarcasm, a sociopath scientist with a fondness for shooting her bunkmates, a smart-ass tech whiz with the galaxy's biggest chip on her shoulder, an alien warrior with anger management issues, a tomboy pilot who's totally not into her squad leader. In case you were wondering, an entire squad isn't even the biggest problem. That would be Aurora, the girl he's just rescued from an interdimensional space. Trapped in cryosleep for 2 centuries, Ori is a girl out of time and out of depth, but she could be the catalyst that starts a war millions of years in the making, and Tyler's squad of losers, discipline cases, and misfits might just be the hope for an entire galaxy. Nobody panic. So that's pretty much the synopsis of this book that is on the inside flap. But yeah, very excited to give that one a read. And then the other book that I got, which was the one that I was tying between getting, and I was like, do I? Because I haven't read the first book yet. But the first book I've got is an ARG, and the second book I've got signed as well. So this one is a special edition signed copy of Finale by Stephanie Garber. Red edges, and yes, it's indeed signed. So I had to get it because I've also got Legendary signed, but yeah, this is the finale, so I'm not going to tell you about the synopsis of this book. All I will say is on the back it says, a love worth fighting for, a dream worth dying for, and an ending worth waiting for. But I haven't yet started it, but now I have all the books, so it's naughty, but what can you do? So I've got 3 more books to share with you guys, which I purchased in April and they have come in May. So these are my actual April purchases, whereas those 2 Warstone books were my May purchases. So the first book that arrived was Fame, Fate and the First Kiss by Casey West. Love Casey West. She is an auto author for me, and when I sort of like wanted to treat myself, I was like, I am going to get her book as one of my 4 books. So I've ordered 4 books, only 3 have arrived so far. So this is her latest book that's been released, and it's about Lacey, who has dreamed of being an actress for as long as she can remember. So she gets the opportunity to star in a movie alongside one of Hollywood's hottest actors. She doesn't hesitate to accept the part. But they learn that life in the spotlight isn't as picture perfect as she imagined. She's having trouble bonding with her co-stars. Her father's hired a wannabe choir boy, Donovan, to tutor her, and somewhere along the way she has lost her acting mojo. So just when it seems like things couldn't get any worse, it looks like someone on set is deliberately trying to sabotage her. So the world spins out of control, and the only person that she can count on, whether it's helping her to try and unravel the mystery, is Jonathan. But what she doesn't count on is the boy becoming another distraction. So with her entire future riding on this movie, they know they can't afford to get sidetracked by a crush, but for the first time in their life they wonder if it's true that the best stories really do happen when you go off script. So I've had mixed thoughts and feelings on this book, but I'm a big fan of Casey West and I've given all of her books 5 stars so far, the ones that I've read, so I have high hopes for it. But I'm going to go into it blind, like with my own sort of like perception, so hopefully I enjoy it myself. The next book that came was Verity by Colleen Hoover. This is her latest book, so I've heard really good things about it. I've heard this one is very hard hitting. So this one was, for me, very silently released. Like, I didn't know about it until I was just browsing Amazon one day, and I think she self-published this, which is why I haven't really heard about it. So yeah, I am I love Colleen Hoover. Like, her books are another auto buy for me. So this is about Lowen, who's a struggling writer on the brink of financial ruin. She accepts the job offer of a lifetime. Jeremy, husband of best-selling author Verity, has hired Lowen to complete the remaining books in a successful series that his injured wife is unable to finish. So Lowen arrives at the home, ready to sort through the years of Verity's notes and outlines, hoping to find enough material to get her started, but they don't expect to uncover in the office an unfinished autobiography Verity never intended for anyone to read. So, page after page of their bone-chilling admissions, including Verity's recollection of the night their family was forever altered. Lowen then decides to keep the manuscript hidden from Jeremy, knowing that its contents would devastate the already grieving father. But as Lowen's feelings for Jeremy begin to intensify, she recognises all the ways she could benefit if she were to read his wife's words. After all, no matter how devoted Jeremy is to his injured wife, a truth this horrifying would make it impossible for him to continue to love her. So it's a standalone romantic thriller. I am so excited to read that book, like, oh my goodness. And the last book in this haul that I have to share with you is a very, very highly anticipated book, which is another automatic buy for me. I had to get it. When I had to pick like 4 books, these were the 3 that was the most certain about. And this third one is Sky Without Stars by Jessica Brody and Joanne Rendell. Now Jessica Brody, she's the author for me. This book, I didn't realise how big it was. It's so huge. It's over 500 pages. I never really thought that it would be that big. But Jessica Brody, she is just, she's awesome. And look what's underneath, guys. It's so pretty. Look at that little crown. That is awesome. So this book is about a thief, an officer and a guardian, 3 strangers which have one shared destiny. So when the last days came, the planet of La Terre promised hope, but 500 years later it's now a place where an extravagant elite class reigns supreme, and where the clouds hide the stars and the poor starve in the streets, and a rebel group, long thought dead, is resurfacing. So whispers of revolution have begun that hinges on 3 unlikely heroes. Jatine is a secret thief who would do anything to escape the brutal regime, including spying on Marcellus, the grandson of the most powerful man on the planet. Marcellus is an officer and the son of a traitor, groomed to command by his legendary grandfather. Marcellus begins to doubt the governments he's vowed to serve when he discovers a cryptic message that only one person, Alouette, can read. And Alouette is living in an underground refuge where she guards and protects the last surviving library on the planet. But shocking murder will bring Alouette to the surface for the first time in 12 years and plunge La Terre into chaos. All 3 have roles to play in a dangerous game of revolution, and together they will shape the future of a planet. Power, romance and destiny collide in this sweeping reimagining of Victor Hugo's masterpiece, Les Miserables. Guys, a Les Miserables retelling. Like, no wonder this book is so big. I didn't realise it was a Les Miserables retelling. That's so awesome. And it's split into parts as well. Wow. Wow. Guys, so excited. So I only had one more book that did come at the end of the month, and that is My Secret Rockstar Boyfriend by Eleanor Wood. So I did a book trade for this. I traded off my copy of Burn for Burn by Jenny Han and Siobhan Vivian, and in exchange I got this. So it's good. I was getting rid of a duplicate book that I owned, and in exchange I got a book that I've been intrigued to get. So it's really good, really excited. So yeah, ending off this book haul with a bit of a bang. This one is pretty much about a geeky girl that meets a famous boy, and yeah, it just sounds pretty much like an interesting sort of book. And she did say, the person that I traded it with, she did say good choice, so I'm hoping that's a good thing. So it's a big haul, but you guys like book hauls, so I'm hoping that you do enjoy them. And yeah, so that's really it from me. Let me know down below in the comments if you have read any of these books and what you thought about them, or if these books are on your TBR and you'd like to give them a buddy read, or if they're on your TBR and you just haven't got around to reading them yet. Let me know what books you guys have recently purchased as well, what books you're currently reading and that sort of thing. All of my social media links will be linked down below. If you like to follow me elsewhere, we can talk on Twitter, Instagram, anywhere you like to talk, I am there. If you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up so that I know you guys have enjoyed it. But I hope you guys are going to have an absolutely fantastic day wherever you are. Thank you so much for watching my video as always. Keep smiling, keep reading and be happy. My name is Katie and I'll see all of you wonderful, awesome people in my next video. Bye.